Imagine spending 13 years on a single project. That's longer than some wars. Now imagine that project costs $3 billion, and the entire world is watching and waiting and getting angrier by the year. That's exactly what happened at Rockstar Games, one of the most secretive, most obsessive, and most brilliant studios in the history of gaming. This is not just the story of a video game. This is the story of a company chasing perfection so hard, it nearly broke itself trying. This is the real story of GTA 6, and trust me, nobody has told it quite like this. Let's go. Part 1. The Empire That Built the Trap. To understand why GTA 6 took this long, you have to go back to September 17, 2013, the day GTA 5 launched. Now, at the time, GTA 5 was just supposed to be the next entry in the franchise. Rockstar's previous game, GTA 4, had come out in 2008. 5 years later, GTA 5 arrived on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. And what happened next, nobody was ready for. In its first 24 hours alone, GTA 5 made $815 million. Not in its first week, not in its first month. Day 1, $815 million. By day 3, it had crossed $1 billion in revenue, making it the fastest entertainment product in the history of mankind to hit that number. Gamers, critics, journalists, everyone was stunned. But Rockstar hadn't even played their real card yet. A few weeks after launch, they released GTA Online, a multiplayer mode built into the same game where players could buy cars, do heists, start businesses, rob banks, and live out a full criminal fantasy with their friends. GTA Online didn't just grow, it evolved. Every few months, Rockstar added new content, new heists, new cars, new businesses, new story missions. Each update brought millions of players back. In 2019 alone, GTA Online was making $5 million every single day. During the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, when the entire world was locked inside, GTA Online hit its absolute peak, generating $743 million in a single year. From one online mode, in one game, that was already 7 years old. By 2026, GTA Online had made over $5 billion in total revenue from microtransactions alone. And GTA 5 itself had sold over 220 million copies worldwide, making it the second best-selling video game of all time. Total lifetime revenue for GTA 5? Approaching $10 billion. GTA Online was the golden goose, and every year they kept it running was another year of billions in the bank. Fans called it greed, analysts called it smart business. The truth is probably somewhere in between. But the result was simple. Every year GTA Online thrived was another year GTA 6 could wait. Part 2. The detour that changed everything. Here's something most casual GTA fans completely forget. Between GTA 5 and GTA 6, Rockstar didn't just sit around counting money. They built Red Dead Redemption 2. And Red Dead Redemption 2 changed the gaming industry forever. But it also swallowed nearly a decade of Rockstar's best talent. It was the most detailed open-world game ever created at that point, and it took 8 years to build. But the human cost of Red Dead 2 was steep. Reports emerged during development that Rockstar had a brutal crunch culture, a term in game development meaning employees are forced to work extreme overtime to meet deadlines. According to multiple reports, developers at Rockstar were working 100-hour weeks in the final months of Red Dead 2's development. 100 hours a week. That's over 14 hours every single day, 7 days a week with no days off. These reports sparked widespread outrage in the gaming industry, and Rockstar, to their credit, acknowledged the criticism. According to industry sources, GTA 6's development was restructured to try and create healthier working conditions. By the time Red Dead Redemption 2 launched in October 2018, and the team began shifting focus fully to GTA 6, they were essentially starting from scratch on a brand new game, with new technology, new systems, a new vision, and possibly a completely new engine. Former Rockstar audio designer Rob Carr, who worked on GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption, LA Noire, and Red Dead 2, gave an interview where he dropped a bombshell. He said, and I quote, "They've probably rebuilt the entirety of the Rage engine. But according to Carr, GTA 6 didn't just get an upgraded engine. It got a completely rebuilt one, written from scratch, for a new generation of hardware that didn't exist when GTA 5 was built. The graphics, the physics, the AI, the animations, the sound system, the weather, the traffic, the entire living world. If you rebuild the foundation, you have to rebuild everything on top of it too. That's not months of extra work. That's potentially years. And according to Rob Carr, that's exactly what happened. Part 3. What they were actually building. So, what was Rockstar spending all this time actually building? Because it wasn't just a big game. The scope of GTA 6 is genuinely difficult to put into words without sounding like you're exaggerating. But every piece of confirmed information points to the same conclusion. This is the most ambitious video game ever attempted in the history of the medium. Let's start with the world itself. GTA 6 is set in a fictional American state called Leonida, modeled on Florida. The map includes a reimagined version of Vice City, based on Miami, which appeared in the classic 2002 GTA game. But this isn't just Vice City. It's Vice City plus the Everglades-inspired Grass Rivers region, the Florida Keys-inspired Leonida Keys, Port Gellhorn, Mount Calaga National Park, and the region of Ambrosia. And it's not just bigger, it's fundamentally smarter. In GTA 6, NPCs have full behavioral systems. They react dynamically to everything happening around them. The game is essentially a satirical mirror of 2020's life, filtered through the lens of a crime story. Now multiply all of this across a team of over 2,000 developers. That's not a game development studio. That's a small city of people working on one product. The fact that this game exists at all is kind of a miracle. Part 4. The hack heard around the world. September 18th, 2022, a user on the GTA Forums website, going by the name TPopularHacker, posted a thread. Inside that thread were 90 videos. 90 clips of raw, unfinished, work-in-progress footage from an actual build of GTA 6 that nobody was supposed to ever see. A sequence where Lucia and Jason, whose names weren't even officially known yet, rob a Waffle House-style diner together. Within minutes, it was everywhere. Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Discord servers exploded. Rockstar confirmed within hours that the breach was real. And the footage? All of it? Genuine. But here's where the story goes from dramatic to absolutely unbelievable. The person behind the hack was a British teenager named Arian Kurtaj. And he had hacked into one of the most secretive game studios on Earth. Using that, Kurtaj had accessed Rockstar's internal Slack channels, downloaded hundreds of gigabytes of confidential data, and then posted 90 pieces of it publicly to announce what he'd done. Threatening to leak the source code of GTA 6, the actual programming that makes the game run, unless the company contacted him to arrange a ransom payment. Rockstar refused to negotiate. The hack cost the company $5 million to recover from, plus, in their own words, thousands of hours of staff time. Think about what that means. While hundreds of developers were trying to build the world's most complex game, they had to stop and spend months cleaning up, securing systems, resetting access protocols, and undoing the damage caused by one teenager with a streaming stick. Kurtaj was eventually arrested. During his trial, it was revealed he had also been involved in hacks against Uber and other major companies. He was deemed psychiatrically unfit to stand trial and was placed under an indefinite hospital order. Then, 1 month after his verdict, in what can only be described as a perfect example of not learning your lesson, Kurtaj attempted another hack from a different location and was rearrested. The saga of GTA 6 had officially become stranger than the actual GTA storylines. And just to put one final insult on Rockstar's 2023, when they scheduled the first official GTA 6 trailer to release on December 5th, somebody leaked that too. A day early. Rockstar just quietly released it themselves a day ahead of schedule. Because at that point, what else could they do? Part 5, COVID, Crunch, and the Human Cost. March 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic shut down the world. And Rockstar Games, in the middle of trying to build the most ambitious game in history, with 2,000 people, sent every single one of them home. Overnight. Development slowed significantly. Progress that would have taken months now took longer. Communication broke down. Some team members couldn't work at all due to personal circumstances. And on top of all of this, the pressure from Rockstar's leadership was building. 2,000 people, 8 years of active production, billions of dollars in budget, and the world only sees the trailer. October 30th, 2025. Rockstar fired 34 employees across their studios in the UK and Canada. The official reason from Rockstar and their parent company Take-Two was that these employees had been leaking confidential information. Rockstar called it a zero-tolerance security issue. They pointed to a pattern of leaks stretching back years, including an employee in Lincoln fired in April 2025 for sharing GTA 6 details with a third party who posted them on social media. And then, just 1 week after the firings, Rockstar announced the second delay. GTA 6, which had already been pushed from fall 2025 to May 26, 2026, was now delayed again to November 19, 2026. The announcement sent shockwaves through the financial world. $3.75 billion gone in one day because a video game needed more time. Some industry analysts began whispering about a possible third delay, a push to 2027, but Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick came out swinging. On May 21, 2026, in the company's final quarterly earnings call, Zelnick and his team reconfirmed November 19th multiple times in the same call. Every month of delay reportedly costs Take-Two approximately $60 million in deferred revenue. The total shift from the original fall 2025 window to November 2026 represented roughly $420 million in opportunity cost. That is the price of perfection. And Rockstar, apparently, decided it was worth paying. Part 6. What November 19th actually means. So here we are, June 2026. The covers are starting to come off. Pre-orders opened. The marketing machine is finally warming up. And very soon, after 13 years, the world is going to find out if any of this was worth it. The stakes are almost impossible to overstate. GTA 6 is officially the most expensive entertainment product ever created. Budget estimates range from $1 to $3 billion, and every single cent of it needs to be justified on launch day. If GTA 6 launches broken, the way Cyberpunk 2777 did in 2020, it won't just hurt Rockstar. It will reshape how the entire industry thinks about massive AAA development. Trailer 2 for GTA 6 received over 475 million views across all platforms within its first 24 hours, breaking the record previously held by Deadpool and Wolverine. It held that record until Spider-Man Brand New Day's trailer surpassed it in March 2026. 475 million views for a trailer. Not the game, not a documentary, not a movie, a trailer for a video game. That is the cultural weight that GTA 6 is carrying into November. Because that's who they are. They don't do anything until it's ready. And on November 19th, 2026, the rest of the world is finally going to see what ready looks like. Why did GTA 6 take 13 years? Because Rockstar built an empire and got trapped inside it. Because they chose to rebuild their engine from the ground up rather than cut corners. Because a global pandemic hit them right in the middle of production. Because a teenager with a hotel TV hacked them and cost them $5 million. And because, for better or worse, Rockstar Games has never in their history released something before they believed it was ready. Whether November 19th proves them right, only time will tell. But one thing is already certain. There has never been a game story quite like this one, and whatever GTA 6 turns out to be, the story of how it got made is already legendary. If this video opened your eyes to how deep this rabbit hole goes, smash that subscribe button. Every week we dig into the real stories behind gaming's biggest moments. See you in the next one.